Hello guys, right, today I am going to show you how I converted, camera's upside down for me at the moment, really weird, how to convert a speeder bike, just basic process of how I went through it and all that lot. So obviously this is going from this pack, you get 3 in each pack. Now first job is obviously cutting out all the bits. Now I don't tend to use that little bit there, that, his head, or the shuriken cannon, or that tiny little bit there. So them lot of bits I would leave on like that, and the rest I'd have all in a nice little pile. Now once you've got that off, you've got to separate out these little bits, the shuriken catapult and one Space Marine head, because they're the bits that will need all the conversions. Everything else is bare bones, bog standard. Now first thing you want to do is get rid of this whole wing. You don't want it. So what I tend to do is just put the knife right up against it. Now I don't pull cut, I rock, because it's such a thin bit of metal, bit of plastic, it just slices off so much easier when you rock it, and you can't cut your fingers. It is physically impossible to cut your fingers when you rock it like this. And then, quite literally, just straighten up that little bit there. And this bit comes off real easy. Just like so. Do the same with the other one. Now I've taken a long time, but I've finally found out how to get that little knobbly bit off of the Space Marine's helmet without cutting my fingers to shreds. I'll show you in a second. Then the shuriken catapult. Now all you need is the actual catapult. This bit here you don't need at all. So just get your knife and cut them bits off. And obviously I could use the clippers, but then you lose a bit of the length if you use the clippers, because where they're angled down like scissors, you actually lose the part that you need. So you have to use a knife really. Don't take long. The whole process of making this whole speeder bike, it's actually faster than making a regular speeder bike, a regular windrider with all them extra added bits on. The only parts that take longer is this, the actual conversions. Right, and then quite simply just level them up, get rid of all the little fluffy extra bits that you don't like. Now we are stuck with the Space Marine head. Now what I used to do was I used to put my thumb on the back of his head and then use the knife to cut down the groove there and cut that whole bit off. You see, that takes forever and it's extremely dangerous. Yes, I cut myself several times doing it. So these little babies, I actually stole these off my mum. They work an absolute treat. If you just look at that, you don't cut all the way down to the actual helmet. You need that little bit extra. And then just like so. Focus. You need that little bit. Right. And then get on with the gluing. First thing, glue the actual bike together. Any Warhammer model, figurine, whatever, I usually glue all moving parts together. Anyone with a kid will know why. And then the exhaust port, just glue that on there quickly. As you'll see, this will go together very quickly. Very quickly indeed. Scat laser. I'll add that on. Running low on glue. Right, now I tend to do the footrest next. I'm not sure what these are. And these were just the attachments for the wing bits that we cut off. But they still need to go on. Looks wrong without them. And then the actual engine thruster. Just flip the whole bike upside down, and this is the part for the front. So get the shuriken catapult. You've got the shuriken scatter laser already on. Focus, damn you. Right, so now add the shuriken catapult there, right on the edge, so I can get a decent grip. You put it on like that and then glue it down like that. And I have to do it separate because the first one is what levels it up, so you need a bit of glue on the base and on the actual sides. Don't need that to glue up the sights on the second one because you'll already know where it goes, but just make that level up so that if you see here, where is it? There it is. See there, that is actually the shuriken catapult and that is part of the scatter laser, but it's all leveled up and the sights are glued up near the end. That needs to go down a little bit, just to there. And then we're going to do the same the other side. You've already got the sights levelled up on there, so you can actually put glue straight onto the scatter laser because you know how high that is going to get. And you just do the same the other side with the other scatter, their stripping catapult. Nice and simple. And just get the handlebars in place. Yeah, don't fly away from me. And that is pretty much your bike almost done. Pretty simple. So we'll leave that aside to dry for a few seconds while we move on to his body. Now when you get his body off, this is the part that really annoys me. Tiny little bits of plastic that seem like they're supposed to be on there. Just on the bottom of his back. They'll actually stop it from gluing on properly. You have a huge gap in between his front and back if you don't do that. But yes, glue his back onto his front. Very simple. Now I tend to do his head next, a Space Marine helmet. Nice dab of glue on there. And this is where you needed that little bit of extra, because the shoulder pads would have stopped it from gluing on until his head turned. Look, yeah, you can look right this one. Focus. Now, all these professional painters and people that are really good at their artwork, definitely not like me, that bit where his neck is, that's just a black gaping hole, if you can actually focus on it. Yeah, there you go. All my models have the same thing. Now obviously if you're a professional you could stuff that in with green stuff and all that. I'm definitely not an expert. His head's come off already. You're supposed to be a bad shot, not a dead man. While his head dries, I'll just put his legs on. Or one leg at least at the moment. Now they only go on one way, there is no way to change them about or whatever. Otherwise their butt looks wrong. Yeah, we have a runner, a running leg. Oh, his head's gone weird. Glue on there, you dingus. That's it. And then you go back to the bike. Now the little fins, they're not important, you don't have to add them, I just think they look cool. Leave them on. So, you grab each little fin and just stick them on at an angle like they're supposed to be. Right, now sticking the body on the bike. Bit of glue on its footrests, on the seat, and the other footrest. And you just slot straight over and into his foot. Simples. Now the grooves in his butt will tell you if he's in the right place, right position, and so will the grooves in his feet. Right, and once you've got him on like that, put a glue on the handlebar and in his shoulder, and we attach his arm. Hand on the handlebar and then into his shoulder. Outside. Same the other side. And that is your speeder bike done. So it's literally just sort yourself out a stand for him. Don't take a couple of seconds just to trim off a bit of swarf and get this all done and be up ready for painting. Now you don't have to glue this bit, I do. And just put a tiny little bit around the base and just spin it on. But I never put glue on there until after I've painted. Just slots in there like that. And job done. One completely finished, converted speeder bike. Let's see if we can get a better view for you. And that's all there is to it. So, quite literally, from that, all you're not doing is adding that and cutting off the wing. That is all you are doing. Them spare parts there, so usually you'd add that and then slot that over the top with that in there. That's how simple it is. Tiny little ideas like that. Right, so it's a very simple little conversion idea. I've got several others in the making, but this is how you do the speeder bike. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Take it easy. Good gaming.